Yeah, this is Bang Bang Rahil. Please press the like button and subscribe. Thank you all very much, for all these subscribers you've given me. I've got 4,000 and a bit now. Thank you so much. Yeah. Um, Yesterday, yeah, someone told me something I didn't know it was true or false. I checked it out. And we believe it to be true. Yeah. I used to work in a wine bar in Ealing called Crispin's. Yeah. And I was on the door there for quite some time. I was still working in another club as well around the corner, where he was Jefferson King Shadow. I got him a job there, yeah. But anyway, um, I've been in there about a year and a half, and what it was, why Ken Edwards, the governor of Crispins, employed me, was to get rid of the people that didn't drink, that just bought a bottle of drink, usually the uppies. Went in there, bought a bottle of drink, and just sat there all night talking with one bottle. So it's no good for business. He isn't getting no business. He's getting plenty of people buying bottles of wine, but not buying anything else all night long. So my job really was to get rid of them, or to make them buy something else. It's a bit hard, but it worked out. They left. I got my own. I started getting people that I know in the bar. So it changed it. It changed the atmosphere because it's a nice area, Ealing Broadway. It's a bit select, so you're getting the sort of people in this bar. I mean, you had a VIP place upstairs. You had a bar that you could buy beer and all that, but you had a cocktail bar. And the cocktail bar was the one really that he wanted to change. He had it worked out really well, because what you should do, you used to when you give you a drink, you used to fill it up with ice and put your drink in it so it looks full. Yeah, he had it to a T. And he was the one that gave me the idea to do this ice thing, because he had a big ice machine, yeah, and it was to knock out ice, well, so much, ice. But he gave me the idea, because sometimes it'd even one out in there, yeah, and he gave me the idea of doing the ice. But I lost that idea. I went in prison, and someone else got hold of that idea and pushed me aside. But after doing that bit of time, it's someone become a millionaire doing ice, yeah, and that was my idea a long time ago with a guy called Junior Joseph in Wolverhampton. We was going to do it years ago. Anyway, it's not about that. It's about Crispins. Yeah, I used to be on the door quite a lot. I mean, when I say quite a lot, because it wasn't necessary after you're letting everybody in to be on the door. I just shut up really in a way. People would ring the bell and I come down and let them out. It wasn't inside out, all the time. So anyway, this particular time, some guys come in. Guys, one of them I knew, didn't know him very well. I've seen him about, and he come in. I think 3 or 4 of them come in, and they started to cause a problem in the bar, and then they got in the cocktail bar and causing more problems. So I got hold of the main one. I said, "Listen, do me a favour. Don't cause no problems." I said, "You're going to get me the sack." I said, "I don't want to get the sack, mate. Come, please. This is my job. I don't want to get the sack. So, tell your mates to behave themselves, please." He's going all lavish, yeah, whatever. I said, "Look, please." I said, I mean, me and you have to go outside. And I know that I'm going to get bashed up, and I don't want to get over fighting there. You mug me off in front of a lot of people, yeah." He went, "Yeah, all that game, you know what I mean?" So in the end of it all, he went too far. He went over the top of it, and I said, "Well, okay, mate." I said, "Come on, we go outside, me and you." And so I walked around the back of the alleyway, and he stood up and I went whoop, threw a punch at him. He put his hands up, but it never hit. My punch was just to see what he'd done. He put his hands up and whoop, straight through his hands, and just smashed him, man. He hit the floor like a sack of potatoes. And the guy's quite a lump really, and I just jumped on top of him and give it him. Yeah, give it him. I must have broke 3 or 4 bones in his jaw around his face, because there's under the floor there to give, and it ain't gonna give you. So I smashed him really, and I could hear my knuckles penetrating his jawbones, and I just smashed him to pieces. Walked into the place, walked back into the bar where his levy ones were. He was the boss. I said, "Do yourself a favour, get out of this place, go around the corner. Your man's spark out on the floor, and you're going to be the next lot going to go." You know what I mean? And they just run around the corner, and that was it. 2 or 3 days later, I'm walking home, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to the club. I've had a little bit of aggro in there. I want to go home, yeah. But I'm living with my mum, so I'm walking to my mum's by Ealing Common, and as I'm walking, I could hear, sometimes people can hear a motor, yeah, on a motor sort of coming up very slow, and I heard it coming up very slow. I looked round, there's something poking out the window, and crash, bang, and it hit my right leg as I was walking. I was walking on the left-hand side, so it should have been my left leg. It got a bit my right leg. They shot the way I was walking, and as I jumped, bang! It got me, and it shot my right leg out, and it blew my right leg pellets everywhere, and a big shot in it, and I was in a bad way, and the adrenaline and the fear of maybe them getting out of the car and finishing me off or whatever it was. The fear and the adrenaline in me made me get up and run, yeah? So I run across the common, down some hills. I knew they couldn't get in with the car. Down some hills, up some hills, and across the common, and done a few little turnings. And if they did catch me around there, I was in trouble, but they never did, yeah? So time I got home to my mum, and all that, mum would see him and pulled her out. If I'd have gone to the hospital, there would have been police involved, and it gets worse and worse and worse. So I didn't go to the hospital. My mum pulled the pellets out and bandaged it up. But what it was, the guy that I thought it was, I went looking for him big time to oblige him, and it never comes to that, yeah. But a lot of people told me it was, and I was looking for him because he got a bit out of hand, what he was talking about, what he was going to do to me, and this, that, and the other, yeah. But yesterday, someone phoned me up and told me that the person that I thought it wasn't. It was somebody else. This is why this guy, I suppose, went a bit crazy, thinking it isn't me that's done it. He didn't even say that. He never even told me it wasn't him that done it. He's giving me grief. He's going to kill me, this, that, and the other. Perhaps, but the one I thought that done it wasn't the one that done it. And the one that did do it, he died the other day. Whether or not the guy that did do it is told people to tell me that it was, anyway, but this is like 30 years ago. This is like 30 years ago. It's crazy, you know what I mean? All them years ago that it's now come back to me. It's like a haunt, you know what I mean? And I said to me, well, it's all forgot about. I don't want to get involved in it anyway. I don't want to get myself involved in any sort of aggro like that, yeah? So the guy said, listen, I'm just telling you, the guy is dead. It isn't the guy you think it is or thought it was, yeah? So what should I say? I said, well, look, it's all forgot. I'm not living around that area no more. I don't live in Acton. I don't live in Ealing anymore. I ain't got the job. I mean, that job is 30 years old. I mean, I'm not around Ealing, Acton no more, or anywhere around that area. Tell the guy it's all forgot about, you know what I mean? He said, but it ain't him, mate, it was someone else. But anyway, I said, listen, just let it go, yeah? Anyway, that was just a little podcast that I want to do. Anyway, thank you very much, and have a nice day, yeah? Bye-bye.